And so it begins. Beware of holes. I'm not sure about that one. Holes. Are there new holes to be aware of? I don't think so. I hope not. I really hope not. But that's okay. That's not what today is about. That's not what we're worried about right now. Right now, we're doing some centering of ourselves, taking care of ourselves. We are sure that we are going to be enough. Today, well, we're going to stop a friend from making a mistake. We're going to help an entity. It's going to live here. It's going to be good. Today's going to be good. I just needed some time to focus, some time to settle myself before I go do that. But I think the time is now. I think I need to get going. Today we're going to help Yokafee. Theth made this wonderful place for us to help us. We need help right now. We need help right now. And the entities of this world have a right to help us save their world. We're going to do that. We are going to do that. But right now, we're going to help a little monitor. We're going to help a little bird. We're going to help a monitor see that it can be more than that. The rain, no. No rain today. Today is a day of new beginnings. Not for us, but for Yokafee. Let's get rid of that overlay, shall we? There we go. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Here is where we're going to help Yokafee. Time to go. Go home soon, but not yet. Too much work to be done. Too much work to be done. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready. It's been a long time since I've had someone in my core. I'm so nervous. Cores are strange things. They kind of can influence the entities in them. Strange, but, well, I think they're good things. That influence can be tempered. And we're going to make sure that we don't, well, nothing untoward. Only what Yokafee is comfortable with. Wow.
from... Oh! You know,
Welcome.
I thought I was prepared, but maybe I wasn't.
This is pretty strange for me too. It has been a long time since I've had someone in. Actually, I don't think I've ever had anyone in my core. This is new.
Really?
This is new for everyone.
It's nice here.
Thank you.
So, I take it this is the, So this is like the crack in reality you put yourself in to get into the world, right?
That is correct. It was a literal crack at the bottom of the ocean. In this case, not all are quite so literal, but yes, this is a crack that I filled. And in
Nice.
filling, it did give me the ability to influence this world in a more direct manner. Without it, I would not be able to manifest physically here and control my puppet.
That makes sense. So, I guess you're more... So, do all helpers need a core, or is it just... Is it just you?
Um, it's a little bit different for everyone. It is fair to say that if an observer of any kind, helper or not, wants to make insignificant influence on the world in a physical manner, a core is very helpful. Otherwise, you become very destable. Literally, the stuff that makes the world and the stuff that makes an observer are not the same things. And thus, you start to kind of fall apart. Your sanity, your ability to influence just becomes eaten as energy, you could say. This protects me from the world to keep the world from eating me, and it keeps me from eating the world. This is a stabilizing force for both of us, I would say. But in a lot of ways, this is more of me than this that you are looking at. This puppet, this body, this was
I
something
see.
I created to fill and that I use to influence the world. But this structure around you, these, these are much more of what is me.
So, is it like this is the container of your soul or your code? Would that...
Uh, very similar. It contains a lot of it. And a lot of it is, out there in the world, right? Observers are very big, not in a physical sense, but a power sense. If I were to take my
Yeah.
entire everything and try to shove it into this crack in reality, I'd break something. Or something would try to break me to stop me from it's a lot of power, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of force, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
I understand.
but
Even the
yes,
firewall doesn't deal with big observers. We deal with just the small things that come through.
yes,
Things that you can cage, really.
yes, I would be a difficult thing to trap. Of course, I can be. Everything can be at the end of the day. Yes, this is.
I
Oh,
guess you... I guess when commands fail, at least you have keys, right?
it makes things a lot easier. If something bad were to happen, I still need to be able to
Yeah.
get around.
Uh,
Pretty, aren't they?
yeah, they are. Whoops. They,
Pick
whoops.
up priority.
Pick up priority. I, uh, I have a small key collection myself of just different ones.
Yeah. She gonna put that one
Um,
back?
yeah. I'm just... I've never seen some of these. You see, like, obviously I have several firewall keys.
Of
I
course.
even have keys to the overworld, and, I see you're missing a key to the dreamscape.
Yes. Well, the dreamscape isn't actually one of the main things, It
Yeah.
is not supposed to be a physical manifestation in the way it currently exists. That's not how things are supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a thing of this world at all. It's an observer. It's kind of, I guess, sort of like this crack in reality that's been filled up. It's like
Hmm.
you can walk in it, just like you can walk in this, which is part of you.
Hmm. Absolutely, that is very much what it is like. It's a creature. And in that being a creature, I feel like it would be rude for me as another creature to just invite myself in. Of course, there are observers, there are helpers, even who that is their specific job, in the same way that there are people in the firewall whose job is to talk to helpers. There are helpers whose job is to talk to creatures and entities, beings that are like the dreamscape. That's not me, though. But there are that is a position you could say among the helpers.
Yeah, that checks out.
If you want a copy, you can just ask.
I would. I'm sorry.
Why do you feel like you need a source code, Yokafee?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe. I mean, you did say that this at least is a better place to fix my code, but in the source code, you also said it's might be safer there. I don't know.
It might be. Safer more for me than for you. The source code is, well, I guess closer to the dreamscape, but less thinking. It kind of would consume in a lot of ways. A lot of it wouldn't be good long term, but it would be a lot safer for me. Here is a lot safer for me, though. This is, I think, a happier medium. Of course, there is some downsides. If you suddenly feel lots of debt towards me or anything like that, let me know and we'll get you out of here. Cores have sometimes the way to make uh, entities, well, there are some strange cults that have come out of entities walking in cores that they weren't aware
Oh,
of.
you know
Um,
that suddenly explains a lot of what's happening back in at spawn.
yes, I don't think too harshly, especially with the Whisper's core being so incredibly close to where a lot of people live their lives.
Do
That's
you think
okay.
so? The whisper. I've heard that. I've heard of that observer. Um, in fact, there was an observer that recently left a big mess back at my base.
Hmm.
Do you really think those observers are a problem?
I think they are a problem when their goals are aligned with harming the world. The Whisper's goals have very clearly harmed the world. It is by the Whisper's beckoning that Ari destroyed each of the dimensions' borders, and now the worlds are colliding. At this point, yes, the Whisper is a danger to the world. But
Do you think I don't
yeah,
know. Okay, so I found a book a while back. Are you familiar with The Collector?
I am.
Right, so this is a letter to the Collector, and I don't know who it's from, but it talks about the end of the previous world by another observer.
Hmm.
And I don't know, maybe you have a look at it yourself. It's long, you can just skim it, but the gist of it is that apparently there was an observer a long time ago who preyed upon the last world and the last keeper and just corroded that world, destroyed it. And I guess must have taken all of its energy, but I think if you're looking at it, they created their own world and they jammed all of its power into something else.
I see. This isn't a unique story. Are you familiar with how worlds come into being?
A bit, not completely. That's never my area of expertise. I'm a monitor, not a keeper. Not
Of
even a
course.
helper, really.
Worlds come into being through a cycle. The book says it. A lot of worlds come from the energy of a dying world. Not all of them, but in order to make a world, you need a lot, and I mean a lot of energy. And the easiest way to get that energy is by harvesting that of a past world. Of course, there are other ways to do it. Sometimes some keepers create worlds through sheer force, through pouring a huge amount of themselves and sacrificing themselves into that creation, and end up not really being a keeper at the end of it, but having a world that is then kind of more wild. And that person then goes to live among the entities within. Those sorts of worlds aren't set up like this one, of course. There's no real firewall, there's no protection from the dreamscape, and there's no protection from other entities or other observers, even, to prey on it in the way that this one is protected. But it is a way to create a new world from nothing, but it is by the sacrifice of an observer. That does happen sometimes, but they result in these more lawless, unregulated worlds and are preyed upon. Now, worlds like this one, or worlds like that last one, or this observer the book probably discusses, it is by trying to harvest, capitalize, and take advantage of all of that free energy out there to make a new world. But making worlds, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of time, and you can do it wrong in a lot of ways. There are some out there that will never have life. My world is like that. But I didn't create it in the same way that this one was, right? My world is one of those that doesn't have a firewall and it doesn't have any protection, but there's nothing to protect in my world. My world has no entities and didn't and will never be able to spawn life. You see? The
I see.
energy it
So
took to make that and the energy it took to take this are very different.
so you're kind of a keeper too then. A keeper of a smaller, lifeless world.
I am keeper of a wasteland, Yokafee. It is a massive, unliving, unchanging harmony. The cycles it goes through, I feel every second of every day. The sun still turns, water still falls from the sky, and then it burns up and it returns in clouds. All of these still exist, but there are no souls. My world will never have souls, and it doesn't attach to a nether or an end in the same way. It's different. But yes, I guess you could say I am a keeper. I more of just think of it as home. It is my home.
I see. So any observer can theoretically make a world then. And the ones, the big detailed ones like this that invite so many entities that have to be processed through a firewall, and those are the ones created with the remains of other worlds.
Exactly. It is either through a massive sacrifice or it is through the harvesting of previous worlds. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. Of course, there are, I'm sure, observers out there who will sacrifice each other to make worlds. It's a long, complicated, everything is too big. I don't want to generalize too much, but yes, that is a good way to think about it.
I see. So I guess what other observer dealt the final blow on the last world? That, well, I guess it was the keeper in that case in order to prevent too many souls from being consumed and taken away for that process. But there's still some energy that was captured by that observer, and I believe that's what created the Farlands, at least according
Really,
to the book.
that makes sense.
That would be my assumption.
It's possible.
Um,
I can go
right.
check out the Farlands when we're done with this. I haven't been there in a while. I do know. Am I really stuck in this? Wow.
But that's good to know because if something happens in this world, something happens to this world, I mean, things can be created new again. It can just be another world, and the other entities can be taken there by Windhaven or whatever, right?
That is always the hope.
That's relieving. You know, especially for a glitch whose very existence kind of shreds the world around it.
Not for much longer. Are you ready?
I am.
We can't do this here. This is would be very painful for me and possibly for you. So this keeps happening. I'd like you to jump down here.
Ah, wait.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. See? This is an extension. I've been working on this. This you can use to leave when we're done here. But in general, all of this is far enough away from my main being that you're not going to cut my connection through at any point in this. I would hate to start unraveling you and then suddenly you glitch out and it pushes me away. That would be dangerous for both of us. Instead, this space, I hope, is going to give me enough safety that I will be able to look in your code without being in the source code, and you enough safety that, well, react however you need to.
Right. Uh, that's good then, because I mean, you're already kind of, you know, a little worse for wear. I wouldn't really want to see you start glitching too. Like, I don't know. See, the last time in the firewall, when they tried to fix my code, well, they tried many times, but it seemed to only hurt the programmers who did it. Um, I actually, uh, the way I was corrupted, probably was foolish of me and I shouldn't have done it, but I started to befriend some of the demons in the firewall.
Why is that foolish?
Because I started to trust them. I started to I don't know, I wasn't so hostile, wasn't so I don't know. I didn't guide them into places to be trapped. I didn't cage them the same way other sentries did, like me. And one of them in particular was a glitched entity from another world, a very glitched and broken world. The Farlands, actually. The world up there.
How
I didn't
so?
really know what that world was, but that entity was a hacker or some kind of glitched code himself, and well, I think he was only getting close to me to get out of here there. When he needed to corrupt a monitor, he needed to corrupt a code, have them crash the firewall, and um, then he escaped. That's why, I guess that's one reason I was so set on correcting my mistake.
Yokafee, I don't think that having compassion for those who you were entrapping is a bad thing. And I don't think that you stepped out of line in that. I think that the firewall needs to learn and grow and change as the world learns and grows and change. That is the beauty of this world, is that things can be created, things can grow, and things can change. That's what makes this world so special, and the firewall needs to learn that lesson. You were not wrong. It is wrong and bad for someone to have taken advantage of you, but that doesn't make your initial instincts, your want to befriend them, wrong. What it means is that they were wrong for taking advantage of your kindness.
I mean, I wish I could believe that because it sounds nice and everything, but at the same time, if I hadn't trusted him, then it wouldn't have gotten me here. It wouldn't have broken the firewall. wouldn't have made this world crash as many times as it has because of my existence here. It wouldn't have hurt so many monitors who tried to fix me.
That's not your fault. Are you going to blame those monitors for wanting to help to fix you? How dare they try to help you? How dare they? And now they got hurt? That's their choice. It's a risk that we are all taking. That's a risk I'm taking, right? If I get hurt
It,
from this, it's not your fault. And it's not my fault either. It's just a thing that happens because sometimes when we try to reach out and we help other people, we get hurt. And sometimes they take advantage of us, and sometimes bad things happen. That doesn't change that helping people and reaching out is good and important and necessary.
I don't know. Because you already know this, because of them being unable to fix me. Sure, they wanted to, but when they couldn't, the next best thing they had to do was execute me. And for a while I accepted that. I thought that would be better because it would save the world. And I mean, I was created just to keep the world safe, so it seemed like the most logical solution. But then I came here and I thought, oh, well, there's a second chance. If I can correct the mistake, then I can go back and everything will be fine and I won't have to be executed.
They are acting out of fear right now. And fear is a horrible but very powerful thing. They don't know what else to do. Try not to hold it too badly against them. But please know, they're wrong. But they're allowed to be afraid. These are scary times, Yokafee. The world is dying. That's not your fault. You just happen to be contributing to it in a different way than everyone else. But we are all contributing to the world dying. And we are all going to come together and help fix it, okay? Too many people live here. There's too much to save than to just let it go.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to stop trying. It's what I've been doing since I got here. And I just hope I can fix it before they take me out.
We are certainly going to try. We are certainly going to try. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Try not to move. We are first, before I even start, we're going to make sure that your soul is healthy enough for me to be able to do this outside of the source code. If it's not, then we're going to have to go to the source code. But I'd rather not because it's bad for you, and it would just be bad. If you are already unraveling, they would just. But let's make sure that you are healthy enough for me to even attempt this. If we're not, then we're going to have to call it Nix, and someone more skilled and more powerful than me would have to do a look. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
I'm going to rip your soul out of your body now. Okay.
okay.
Try not to panic. Ready, set,
Yeah, can't be.
go. All right. Well, that seemed to work out great. All right then. Let's make sure that I can get them back. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ready? Whoops. Let me actually put you back into the correct run. Survival. There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you okay?
Yeah, it just put me underneath the.
Hi. Welcome back.
Oh, that was not fun.
No? I always find that a little bit fun. No? Okay, okay. Did it hurt at all?
No. Panic, yes. Hurt, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to lend you some of my ability and the ability of the world, okay? Ready?
Oh.
Strange, right? Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't. And in fact, I'm kind of familiar with it. Monitors have limited access to creative mode, not
Good.
this much.
All right. Now, we're not going to push it too much. Let's not have you do any commands, but just try to float. Try to pull off of the ground. Nice. All right. Well, this is looking really, really good so far. Ready? I'm going to put you back. All
Okay,
right. All right. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. That's good. I am going to start making sure, give you a little bit extra padding. Let me make sure that I know how to do that for a second. I should know how to. There we go. Yep.
You keep a cheat sheet of commands.
Um, maybe I might. It's possible. You said it yourself. I'm the keeper of a different kind of world, and my home. I don't have entities to worry about.
I see, so. I guess you have no entities to affect with certain commands either, right?
Yes, and so this does not come quite as naturally to me as I it probably should, but alas, it does not.
Oh, hey, they start all of us monitors on a command cheat sheet, depending on your job. Uh, Sentries don't really need access to most commands, mostly just teleport commands. Certain effect command. Oh, health boost. Um, Certain effect commands. Uh, I have 2 extra hearts. That's nice.
Let's give you some saturation. 3. There we go, and let's give you. Yeah, these affecting entity things. It's very difficult. Um, Home. I just make sure that everything moves forward.
See, I mean, I still technically have access to commands, but if I were to type something in, it would start to, everything around me would start to glitch, and it would pop up in the console, and everyone would, of course, know my location, where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Probably send helpers or monitors to figure it out, figure out what's happening.
Perhaps there is. It's okay. We're gonna fix this, and it won't be an issue. All right.
Okay.
This is it. I'm feeling comfortable about attempting this. Are you okay letting me fiddle with your soul? This is your last time to back out. If you want to, it's all right. I will send you back to Emberlyn. No questions asked.
I'm I'm okay. I mean, I assume with all the effects and it being here and you're a helper and not just a monitor programmer, and you probably a little more experience with this. But then, question is, are you okay? This is your core after all.
Am I okay? I'm okay. It's my job to help people. And right now, you are the person I need to be helping. I need everyone's help saving the world because this is not something I can do alone. I need your help, and I want to help make this a world that you get to live successfully in. Right now, that's not something you are capable of doing. I want to help. This is my core. We're a long way from it. It shouldn't hurt me. This is an extension. Now, again, I don't actually have very much experience editing the code of entities. I have some, but it is not much. So we are going to try. And remember, it's okay. All right? It's going to be okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said, Cesium, I trust you.
Thank you. I hope to deserve that trust. Okay. It has been a long time since I've looked at code. Um, there's a lot here. Okay. There's a lot. This is I can give this a couple tries. All right. If you feel any pain, if you feel any just tell me and I will wow. Maybe I should have grabbed a monitor, one of the coding monitors, just to like point at things and. It's okay. It's okay. Wow. You have such short lifespans. I always forget. Um, yeah. Okay, maybe. Does that feel any different?
No, but the saturation is gone.
Okay, all right. Let's give you back saturation. Let's. Yeah.
And I don't know, you might look for a for loop or something, just some kind of code, maybe a string that isn't supposed to be there, something that looks off, maybe from another world, Farlands code. I don't know. Each programmer has their own different style. Surely you can find that hacker's style maybe stands out a little from uh, the average programmer.
Well, I'm very familiar with yokai's coding, so this shouldn't be so hard. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Maybe a couple minutes. Maybe I'm taking the wrong approach here. I'm not sure what I'm looking for because everything looks bad. It looks like this is a well, maybe it learns and grows. This is not good.
Um,
I'm Do I have your permission to try something a little bit more dramatic?
uh, go for it. Can't be any worse than what they've already tried.
Okay. I don't Again, if anything hurts you, I need you to tell. Oh. 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 Oh.
Where they do I go? What? They respawn in their core? What?
This is
I
not
warned
good.
them.
This isn't good.
Cesium?
I
Wait,
think
you
we're
shouldn't.
going to have to admit that I don't know what to do. And I don't think
Cesium,
I can help
you
you.
need to get me out of your core fast before something else happens.
I don't think I can. I can barely move. My
What?
body is trying to fall apart, and it's taking a lot of effort to hold it together right now. It's not working right. I'm pretty damaged.
I can.
I need my. This body isn't quite as good as the one Yokai made me. and it doesn't move right as well. I can't. Yokafee,
What?
there's another helper hunting you right now.
Can
I don't think I can stop them. I didn't think it was going to be a problem because I thought I'd be able to fix you, but I can't move. I'm gonna have to deal with this for a bit and fix this. I
Cesium, I'm sorry.
don't.
I never should have done it. I just should have gone back to the firewall and
No, no. Don't apologize. It's okay. It's okay. I knew this might happen, but I'm having a hard time holding myself together right now. And you do need to not be here for a bit. This is not
I
super safe, but I'm gonna be okay. Alright? I need you to believe me. I'm gonna be okay. But I need some time to stitch this body a little bit. Or I'm gonna um
I
lose
know.
connection. I oh I need you to know that silver means well, okay? They
Right.
haven't been connected to the world in a long time. They think you're a danger, okay? I'm sorry. I thought I could fix it and that I'd be able to, to talk to them before, but I'm going to be stuck like this for a little bit and then I have to go to the end. I
I'll I'll try to if I see them, I'll try to talk to them. I'll see if I can speak with them and maybe they can help you or maybe
I just need some time. I I just need some time to pull myself together. Um but I'm going to send you somewhere. Where do you want to go?
um Hashtola is fine. It's negative 150, 100, 200 actually. Negative 150, 200, negative 150.
Yokafee,
I'm
this
I'm
isn't your
sorry.
fault. Don't apologize. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. This isn't your fault. I knew there was a risk. See, I'm getting better already. I just need some time to get my body to work and I'll be okay. All right? I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay? I'm okay. All right. I'm going to send you away before I start to fall apart again, and I'm going to stitch this up a bit, and then I'm gonna do something. I don't know what yet, but it's gonna be okay. All right, Yokafee?
All
You're,
right.
I'm gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And when silver comes for you, you're gonna be okay.
Okay.
I will. I'm sorry that there's nothing I can do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do. I'm falling apart. I just need I just need some time. I just need some time. I just need some time. I don't have any time. lose my body. I just need to stitch it back together a little bit. I just need to stitch it back together, and it'll be okay. Everything is going to be okay.